I'm reaching out to all of our brothers and sisters on the African continent. You're tuning into
Feel the freshness.
Gunshot, bitch, where you at? Wanna see you with a tough mouth. Half naked when I'm going to the uptown. Likes to my Instagram when we post now. They wanna know where I'm at, I'm aware about. Of course, YSL, I'm aware out. Some gal I talk crap, but we care about. Pussy, this ain't nothing no play about. Cops on my door now. I try, I wanna trap or not. Because I expensive when I shop them bitches in them bum ass Louis Vuitton. I give them an update. Run with my style, download the update. My bitch cute, girl don't off top yes. In a London, say up me, what me do? Work, 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 what me do? Work, 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 what me do?
Get ready. Legends keep coming.
Work, one piece at a time.
Silverstone Bars coming in with work right here on the media of the 21st century. Good afternoon, Grand Rising, wherever this is live, catching you from Karibuni Sana, 18 minutes past 4 p.m. right here in the 254. My name is Joby, the captain of today. This is reaction time every Tuesday and Thursday. Hope you're having a beautiful day so far. Hope you're literally enjoying October so far. Yeah, I am. Yeah? Lang kona furaha ingine. Says he explained. But anyway, to everyone who's listening on YouTube, on the radio, on the network, Karibuni Sana to another beautiful, beautiful time of the reaction time where we get to react to videos, funny, educative, scientific, political, everything in between. But most importantly, we call out the BAM niggas and them BAM women. Shout out to the BAM women too, you know, all the time, every single day. But anyway, Karibuni Sana, we got Shumani and Kamlesh in the building as well. Karibuni Sana.
Thank you so very much.
How you guys doing?
I'm amazing. I'm doing well.
How is your October so far coming along?
The best.
The best.
Yeah.
Welcome back to reaction time.
Thank you. I just missed one.
I hope you came back something to react. I hope we came back with something we can react to.
I have a lot.
The fact that you're outside.
I have a lot.
I hope you picked a lot that we can react to. Koinje.
I have a lot.
Okay.
I have one called Atasa.
Atasa. That one. You know the
Yeah,
thing is like there's always these videos that are funny. Then the audio is Atasa.
Yeah, I have Atasa for y'all.
No, I don't.
You're not relating.
Nope.
I know you know them. You just maybe not. You don't know. You can't relate. You picture the audio sign.
By the way, Najua, you probably need TikTok, right?
No, even Instagram.
Wallahi. I haven't seen that.
They just use like videos alafu wanaeka ni Atasa.
It's like audio.
Fun, yeah,
It's an audio clip. That's dope, man. Mimi niko fiti.
Hey! Atasa! 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 Atasa!
Like it's just funny videos like this on
Where's the original?
Like this, I think apparently this is the original.
This is the original.
This guy is wearing like this big.
What the hell? What the hell?
This video biade sasa no to asia e many views na o voice etimi akose pa na video
The original Atasa.
Oh no, it was a football. It was at football, so he was shouting.
Atasa!
It makes sense later. It was ball up on it. Actually, it's very like capable. Like what we were talking yesterday. We were talking about like the you're too like hype when you're match alone time your ball. You can call the players, can come a window the coach, like it's so crazy. Come how are you doing?
I'm great. Tired but great.
Sorry about being tired.
Yeah, life man. But yeah, I'm great, man.
Yeah.
Nice you
We conquer everything. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're in coffee, says he complain. It's a beautiful week actually.
Black Coat Fire Foundation.
Come on, I'm telling you guys to get our merchandise. By the way, stop playing. He told you to spend your money on us. Stop spending money on if you're spending money on strippers,
Where are the strippers?
I'm just saying,
Oh.
instead of spending money elsewhere, please just get yourself. Imagine it would be so good. Imagine you flexing on a good quality of t-shirt, hoodie. We have hats, we got beanie hats, we got handbags for your side chick, for your wife. Everything, and at a very affordable price.
Imagine that stripper twerking on you with our merch on.
No.
Okay. Like you got our merch on and you looking at
If
a
you're in your
stripper.
privacy, that's it. But yeah, that's so sad. But yeah, today we shall be reacting to different videos. Shall be reacting to Shalkido. Yeah, Shalkido, R.I.P. May rest in peace. Literally, that is a young, gone too soon. He's so young, man. So humble. I can't tell. Not really know. I don't know, but I've met him one time. I was relating today. Actually, I've met him one time, and he's so humble. Even when you're trying to car to like, he's so humble. Anna's story is not too chocozy or like the way Wasani like laughing, even stylish. Like he was just so humble, like. And in his lane, literally. So, man, R.I.P. to him. We shall be discussing about that. Want to be discussing about RISPA, commenting about how they were being used. I don't know, we've not really talked about that, but literally how most of the young women, how they are used so badly in these industries, or most of the reality shows. I don't know if you guys know Baddies. You know Baddies? It's hosted by Natalie Nan. She came to Kenya, I think last year or this year. She came to Kenya, I think last year this year, Amber Rose.
I know her.
Then
But I
they
don't
were
know
chilling
the
na
body.
Vera sometime.
Yeah.
Remember the time Vera Lukwa posted na Amber Rose?
Yeah, I know.
I remember Amber Rose in Kenya. I remember that.
Yeah, so she came with Natalie Nan. She's the CEO of Baddies. Baddies is wamekuwa Africa actually. They came to Kenya. They went to South Africa. I'm not sure about other countries, but they came to Kenya and went to South Africa. They came and hosted those shows here. So it's like a group of women, and kazi yao ni kupigana to like
Love and Leave.
like but this is more of like vita to all the F time, like women just having issues. Where sijui ulikuwa unafanya nini nisikia sijui nini vita to like huyu ameenda membe like just I don't promote that personally. Like I always feel like it's very so when you remember South Africa actually it was very the people were like the people African people beating the drums air the whole show. They were really being shocked of like what culture is this. I feel like it's really promoting something really bad about also black, because mostly it's black women. It's super crazy. So gonna be discussing about that, and also how she literally got herself into cosmetic surgery. And before we get started, I have one video to share. Literally, it's time of sherehe. A lot of accidents are happening before you get to Shalkido. A lot of things are happening. Be careful of the people you're hanging around with. Like, please be very careful. Be careful of your friends. Besti yako anaweza pewa do mahali na mwe ni wewe utaenda leo and he benefits or she benefits. Like, be very careful of your surrounding. Your own protection first before you say someone has your back. Like, be your own protection. Be your own savior. No one is coming to save you. That is a reality. Save yourself first before you expect anyone to come to save you. But anyway, we have this guy and it go viral. It was a lady who caught a woman who dragged her dad. And I think Nikwa Estate, sijui kama Nikwa Estate or where exactly they were caught. But the video went viral, and it's really concerning. I just love the fact, number one, I was looking at this of where the attachment of the father and the daughter, which is in a very good way, like you know your dad so well to understand when something is wrong, which I'd say also the other way round. It's hard for other parents to like have that type of connection to, you know, your daughter or son so well. Like I'd say the older generation sai kuna watu at least they have that connection with their children, you know, but kuna wale watu wako distant sana na wazazi, hata mtu hawezi tell kama uko mavitu, kama kitu imekuwa peniana, ukimwambia atasema tu maybe hizo ni zako, unaona. So it's just amazing fast, like I look at it in a positive way of the father-daughter relationship to this particular age. There's so much closeness and understanding that I know easily what's wrong with you. Let me share you guys here.
Toka kabla niite polisi. Kuja.
Acha kunichukua vitu mjini.
Who are you?
Acha kunichukua.
Wapi ni nini umempatia kunywe?
Mimi sijampea kitu.
Hiyo ni nini kwa hapo?
Ni maji tu, angalia.
Huyu mama amedrag babangu. Niite polisi saizi. Na uniite security. Muniite security saizi. Unaitwa nani? Uniambie ni nini umepatia baba yangu?
Si angalia kali.
Na vile nimeanza kupigia simu ndio unakata.
Sijakata.
Unaitwa nani? Unaitwa nani?
Usichukue video. Mimi napenda kitu nimemfanyia.
Hiyo ni nini hapo kwa hiyo bottle?
Si ni maji, si angalia kwani.
Nionyeshe ni maji. Babangu akunywangi soda.
Hapa hakuna soda.
Hiyo ni nini?
Hapa hakuna soda. Si angalia kama kuna kitu.
Dada, you okay? Dada, are you okay?
Sijamwekea kitu. Siwe chochote nikunywe.
Mlikuwa mnaenda wapi wewe hivi?
Alikuwa ananiweka hapa nje.
Nisikuone na baba yangu tena. Umenisikia? Niko na uso yako.
Mimi hakuna kitu nimemfanyia.
Babangu huku mara ngapi amekuja amekewa mchele? Nampigia simu anakata. Babangu akatangi simu. Muniitie security saizi.
Yeah, I just love this. First, number one, the protection, and it's a really bad season, especially Saitumeleka season in December. Like, you know what happens. Number one, the drinking and driving, which is, it always happens a lot. There's already like multiple accidents happening. Okay, it's a cost of either it's not over speeding, it's drinking and driving. So please be very cautious. You know, there are people who want to see you living long. There are people you really matter to. There are people who really care about you. There are people who have expectations of you, you know, and maybe you have expectations of them. Sana from you. So take care of yourself. I just love the protectiveness personally, and it takes me back to a conversation I think we had last week now on Thursday on the reaction time about family bondness. You know, we're talking about Benyesai family mingi ziko distant. Like kuna watu waongei na baba zao, watu waongei na mama zao, both parents, siblings, all the members of the family, because we gave a good example of looking at when you're in trouble like this, you know, and you expect someone to be there for you emotionally, financially if it's necessary, but mostly it's the emotional part of people showing the compassion, they care for you. But the moment you push me away when I'm going through the most deepest shit, you know, that shows where you keep me. So tukasema ndo utapata watu wengine mtu anakuja Nairobi kutoka Ocha and they never go back to the village, and then you always hear people on the village wanaongea tu like, or the relatives still talking shit about you because you never go back, but they never understand what you did for you to not go back. So if we can only understand this again and not, because let me see if anyone has anything to say on the comments before I hear you guys perspective. Kuna mtu anasema eti nisikuone na baba yangu kwani utapea baba yako. You see, the mentality is bad. If you look at it from that perspective, it's wrong, you know, because yeah, you can joke about it, but there's the deep understanding of it. This is why you protect family, because there used to be this actually. Kuna time here, kuna mtoto on a grown level, literally, there's someone who could see you trying to mess with their parents' marriage, and they could confront you if they have the confidence too. Kuna mama mwenye atapata una mess na bwanake, you know, na atakuconfront for real. Like that used to happen because you want to protect your family no matter what, and people used to fight for that. But that is completely gone today. And someone else says, msichana wacha kierere, whether you and your dad is a full grown up and he knows what he wants. So you can see the mentality is different. It's okay to judge from that. It's okay to have your own opinion. Yes, he's a grown up, but again, it's the understanding of your people. Kama unajua mtu wenu, you know,
I think
a call away utajua tu ayuko sawa, and you'll rush where they are.
most people are looking at this from a very sexual point of view.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Rather than from a security point of
Exactly.
view. Because like if the dad had not been acting like he's drugged, she wouldn't have bought that with them. Najua. But when you talk to your parents and you can obviously see that they're not okay, okay, it's up to you to protect them. And then this is somebody you don't know. Number two, amekataa kuji-identify, okay, anashinda akisema usichukue video herself, and is constantly just trying to get away. You have to realize that this is a moment to take charge and, you know, protect. Sababu huyu ni baba yako, amewekewa mchele na I think she said ni mara ngapi amewekewa mchele hapa.
Exactly.
You know, so like anajua baba yake ni mtu wa kwenda ulevi, hajakataa hilo. But she's noticed that
at the end of the day,
yewe kuna amedragiwa a few times hapa. Na ni kama washamark kama target, like an easy target, ukishamwekea kidogo unamwibia tu pesa anaenda. Right? Sasa si ndio hiyo. Because you can always tell somebody who's drugged, bona. Like there is kukunywa, then there is mchele.
Yeah.
Ukishawekewa mchele, it's a whole different case. Sababu if you listen to the man trying to explain, hata ajijui kwenye yako, yeye hako tu.
Niko sawa. What are your thoughts, Shumari?
It's sad because I definitely want to agree because at the end of the day you need to protect your people. Unaelewa? And she had the right, like literally kukuja question huyu msichana. Hata kama huyu madhe amekunywa hiyo maji, you never know kenye alikuwa ameka before. And maybe just pretending to help the dad. Wacha nimpe maji niamke. Ikuwe as if ni ulevi. But it's not ulevi. The man amelala hapo. You can see from the video is not okay. So he's been drugged. So it is very important. I feel like Kenyans are, hata kama budake ni mkubwa anapenda sherehe na wanawake, haimaanishi anataka kukufa. Haimaanishi haimaanishi anataka kuibiwa. Exactly.
There is heart attacks or think that
Or
something can happen.
somebody can OD
know,
and
exactly.
stuff. So at the end of the day, anapenda sherehe, anapenda wanawake, whatever you see, even if it is sexual, hata kani kumpea. Unampea lakini umuui, unampea lakini umuidi. So at the end of the day, she has all the right to actually react. Ingekuwa mzazi wa mtu ama mtoto wa mtu, ungesikia watu akisema till it happened to your close people or somebody you care for, then you'll react stupidly on this. But before it happens, utadhani mtu ana joke. Wait, saizi ni ingekuwa mama, what would have happened? Because it also happens to women too.
Exactly.
Rape
Be raped.
cases,
I don't know if
exactly.
you saw that video of the Uber driver who dropped a lady and she was so drunk. Imagine alikuwa anamripia kwa
Yeah, then
gate.
the boyfriend found them.
And the boyfriend akaanza kumpiga.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lady was so drunk ile ajelewi. Huyo mse wa Uber anamripia kwa gate.
Kwa bulk, kwa parking.
Kwa parking,
Yeah. And he was captured
Like
by the
in-
CCTVs.
like
Because she
he
can't
was
understand like nguo yake iko huku juu. Amelala hivi. And aliingia kumdrop. And the boyfriend found him and they were beating him like really bad.
Imagine.
So you see, it's
But I'm
crazy.
also like a very big advocate for drinking responsibly.
Yeah, especially
You
if
know,
you're going out, man.
And like you're a lady. Let's start
Mi
there.
nasemanga nikienda out peke yangu bia mbili.
Yeah.
Shisha. Makali, never. Unless you're with a group of people. But alone, no.
So
Beer is
umelewa,
okay.
ujielewi, you're a girl, then you call an Uber, you pass out. You see, like you're personally just inviting trouble. And I'm not even blaming. Listen, I'm not blaming her in this case or justifying anything. I'm just saying, like, be your own first line of defense.
I agree too.
Okay, like don't black out.
I agree.
Don't be blackout drunk
I
because
agree.
most people are not good people. Okay, like most people will actually what the hell? Most people will actually try evil things or just do you wrong for whatever sake, right? And if she had been awake, I bet that wouldn't have happened. And I'm not saying like it's right, like it's good that they kicked his ass. I hope he's in jail. I hope he's facing charges because a lot of these cases go unreported.
True.
Most people don't even talk about them. Most girls know it happened, but they're embarrassed to say it.
Because you'd be told it's your fault.
Okay, yeah. And it shouldn't be that way at all. We should create safe spaces, first of all, to enable women to call out the offense. Okay, like huyu alinifanya hivi, si ati yako na nikisema nini itafanyika. Why are you worried about nini itafanyika and this person wronged you? Like, you shouldn't be worried about how we will perceive the situation, because the situation is that you got raped. Society should actually rewire itself to a point where we normalize it being okay for women to come out and say, so and so did me like this. And not just women, even men, especially when it comes to domestic abuse. Kuje useme bibi yangu unitandika, nilioa mkisi. So, you know, like, nah, you see, that should never be like the question. I will fight kuulizwa hata ulifanya nini. Mwanaume atachukua off wiki mzima, akae kwa nyumba apone sababu bibi alichukua ile mia chapo. Akatandika yeye.
It's crazy.
Okay,
it's
like,
crazy, but
let's normalize like speaking up, no matter what. Like, this guy actually should be plastered everywhere. I feel like one of the punishments for such offenses need the fact that utatumiwa as a campaign. This is a rapist. Okay? Don't be a rapist. Like, uneko kwa billboards across the country.
Ethiopia. Is it Ethiopia where wanakatwa?
Yeah, we should.
They're being castrated.
Mimi,
Yeah, it's in Africa because it
Mimi
reported
kona-
in 2 countries. Sasa
Mimi
in
kona
Africa
idea.
wanawacastrate.
lakini ni unethical. Unaona watu rapists, murderers, hawa watu early child marriages. I feel like wanafaa kuwa volunteered for human trials kwa drugs. Like, that should be part of your punishment. Tuko na new vaccine, Bill Gates kujia hawa. Like, hao ndio tunafaa kupatiana wafanyiwe vitu kama hizo. Because plus your castration, of course. Like, we experiment new drugs are castration on these people. We experiment new cancer drugs on these people. Sababu, like, do you understand? I was watching a certain documentary and it was about YouTube. It was women who've gone through rape. Madagascar. Women who've gone through rape and the psychological toll it takes on their brains and their self-value and everything, especially when it was like violent. It's so much trauma. Like, unaona mtu hadi like they can never have a normal relationship with a man ever again. Like, he literally created a lesbian.
There's this one called Becky. She's like famous on TikTok. And she's like dating right now women. But before that she was like sending. Like, she was a lady, she's a hookup girl. So she got to this interview and she was being asked how did it happen. She was being raped as a child by her uncle a couple of times, and she tried to tell her people because she was an orphan. Tried to tell them how can I'm scared. So it actually messed her up really. Like, she can never, like, she like
Mapenzi is a no.
like she can't, and if she has to love, like her loves like women.
You see,
Yeah, so
because you know, like, it's
messes her up, like,
psychologically,
really bad.
it's psychological trauma. Like, it's almost like a scar.
Yeah.
Okay, and every time she sees like a dude, she sees her uncle in that vulnerable part of her life. And that's why, in my opinion, like, fathers are very important for young girls. Like, be there, be present. Mfundishe like you're loved. You know, like, you don't need to there's no conditional unapendwa. Like, you can always tell me everything type shit.
That
Because
goes
if
to
you-
today's generation.
Yeah, because if you don't,
Our parents, our majority of our great-grandparents, great-grandparents didn't know that. But yeah, be very, very careful. That's literally the main, most important lesson on that particular video. But as we move on, we have Rispa Faith with talking about the realities, I've just hinted on the baddies. And apart from the baddies, I think you've mentioned love and hip hop. We had Nairobi Diaries, which she was in. I didn't know actually she was in Nairobi Diaries until she recently, literally on a lot of
KC.
Nairobi Diaries in exist.
ile ya kitambo, I think either ya kwanza or something, because I don't know how many seasons were there, but me I caught I think 1 or 2. So yeah, she was talking about how they were being
Wait,
given.
so we're in a reality show at some point too.
Oh yeah, we too. We were on the, what was it called?
Zile za uji.
Me too.
Yeah, you were in that reality show here.
Divas reality show.
The Power Divas.
Power Divas. We were also on our reality. That's where we met.
Wallahi.
Yeah.
Yani nyinyi sasa mnaongelea kazi yenu.
Yeah, what used to happen to us, literally. But it's really real. Like, she mentioned of the women being given alcohol to,
KC.
you know,
Ilikuwa
that
KC.
ndio mkuwe na hiyo confrontation, back
Nyinyi
to
mlipewa
back,
nini?
ma attitude,
Tulipewa makila kitu.
hunters.
Yeah, everything.
Ndio mchoche kwa kamera mbaya.
Na ulikuwa ambao uchoche.
Yani ni scripted already.
Yeah.
Unaambiwa check. Wewe leo una beef na huyu.
It was really as scripted, really.
You were not told the words, but you were given a scene.
Yeah,
So
like,
you actualize it in your own way.
yeah, si ati script kuandika. Unajua
Oh,
scripts
okay.
ni direction. Ni kama wrestling.
Yeah.
Ni tukiingia kwa hiyo wrestling,
Unajua
ni mimi nashinda hii match. Wewe unajua ni mimi nashinda. Sasa ni sisi tujue venye hii kitu ina happen hadi nishinde. So that's what they used to do.
Yeah.
God
Kwanza
dang.
tena this bitch. Wanaanza kukushika.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Ati ukisema this bitch.
Just go and talk
Wanaanza
shit on
kuweka
the
kamera
camera.
sasa. Just talk shit.
Yeah, go. Look. This.
It almost became real
Because
because
people started
yeah,
like
like
not
women
liking
started
each
like
other.
Hola.
yeah.
One manufacture beef
We
for
were a
real,
group
for
of our
real.
own, then there was another group of their own. Like wale ni watiaji. We're the coolest.
Wow.
Hapo kuna nyanaringa.
Yeah.
There was one that was actually a vixen at that point.
Michelle.
I don't remember her.
Nani?
She was actually vixen Willy
I remember her.
Sasa alikuwa nasikia supu.
What
14.
Akikujana maringo.
Eh.
Oh shit.
Kumbuka.
Mimi niko wapi? You know I'm on
One of
calls.
us actually today she's a air hostess.
Jackie.
Ule alikuwa best yake, sikumbuki alikuwa anaitangwa aje, but I see
Yes,
it.
sir.
We follow each other on Instagram. I see she's a air hostess.
She took her dreams to the air.
I swear. It's
She's
crazy.
flying around with her divaness.
But
She's
yeah,
now a power air diva.
It's crazy that happens. I don't know why people can't just do a reality show without drugs being
Because
involved.
it's
Number
boring.
one,
Because
drugs.
they want people like drama. So drama maybe if you're calm itatoka naturally, but when you're
Yeah.
when you have
Intoxicated.
intoxicated, it comes naturally maybe.
And then
Because
who
you're not
wants
yourself.
to see a reasonable show? Ati tunaelewa.
But you know now it's becoming boring because now you know what to expect.
Yeah,
Every episode
exactly.
unajua tu kutakuwa na
On
vita.
all reality shows,
like
majority.
it's so obvious.
So sasa mnakuja na new script.
Oh,
Sijui.
the bahati.
Kama Love Island.
Kwanza acha umeongelea that useless human being. Listen.
Bahati, tafadhali.
Bahanye is ni malaya.
Is kabahanye.
Ni walai.
Amechitaje, amecheat.
No, he's a social attention whore. So like
Ona.
this man will do
Amejenga
anything.
nyumba, amebuy gari na hiyo tu attention. So pia mimi mtafute kiki zenu.
Attention ya kifo.
Attention za kifo.
Hiyo ndio amesema.
Hujaona
Aujaona.
hiyo?
Okay. Poleni, my bad.
Yeye ana try
Anataka
ku
attention
na Shalkido bwana.
Like, what the hell,
Na
baba?
ulimlenga when he was alive, yeah? Sasa ndio huyo anatokea kwa radio akisema ati huyu alikuwa manager wangu. That doesn't excuse you. Why are you sharing the screenshots now?
And he didn't reply.
He didn't reply. Ulimwacha on red when he wanted your help. Now that he's dead, you're trying to cloud chase with his name now that he's gone and can't tell how much ulimlenga online. Come on, listen. There is a point where it gets to and it becomes toxic.
I know, it's crazy, man.
Okay, like you can tour like your songs with madem wako na tanye everywhere
Hata
kila
ya
wiki.
tu thong,
Hata wewe mwenyewe udunge thong, udunge nini, ujipake lipstick, uende uchange, jieke matiti, that is okay. Do not go dragging another man's name who's been suffering, was trying to lift himself up, okay? Do not go dragging his
alikuwa sema alikuwa kwa na
studio
session next week. Alafu anatoa screenshot yenye the guy was texting him and then part yake aku reply alimlenga. So watu wamejam, watu waambiaje ku cloud chase when the nigga is dead. He didn't reply. Na hivyo ndo maselebu kwa saizi watu wanatoa ma screenshots.
The only person that should speak on Shalkido,
Sunny Boy shares unreleased freestyle
like people
by-
just bullshit, man.
The
But
only
not
person that
boy
should-
wali reply though.
oh yeah, but the only person in my opinion that should speak on Shalkido ni Obina.
Or the wife.
No, like among celebrities,
Yeah.
Obina peke yake. Reason is this man showed up. He showed up and did things for this guy. When he was down, Obina was a brother to this man. And alimpeleka kila pahali. Like everywhere Obina was, he will take Shalkido with him. Like reintroducing him to the scene, to people. Reinstating him as a major name in the industry. Hadi kumhamisha. You know. Let's normalize kusaidia watu wakiwa hai bana. Si ati yo tulikuwa
It's just
and I'm no longer
diabolical
here.
when you want to claim them when they are dead.
It's
That is
so
something
sad.
that
It's called a
you know
I've
there's
not
a
seen
video.
that.
There's a video I'm gonna share on Thursday of another chick that her mom's died. I don't know if you've seen her on TikTok. And she went ahead and
Call out people.
everybody.
As it should be talked about it. I said that is, we need to normalize that because there's always some BS going on and lies kwa matanga sana, like oh unajua tulikuwa mulifanya. You are not there. You are not there. You're not doing anything. You didn't do anything. And I love, it's actually 2 videos of nimeona ile makuzo tutakuwa tu tuna nini still about family. And then this news coming in right now. Kenya's march through CBD in solidarity with Israel, declaring that an assault on Israel is an assault on Christians. Wow. Just wow. Shout out to Africans, man. You think it's over, it gets more. But yeah, since we're talking about Shalkido, actually share hizo videos Obina when he was talking about the whole situation, because I also knew about this jana. I think literally the whole news came out yesterday. I knew about it.
Ilikupatia
Panic attack.
yeah.
It gave me a really bad panic attack because I think it's because of the whole accident, me too, that I was in. Because scheduled, like, especially when it was just confirmed brain dead, I was like, fuck. It was crazy, yeah. But RIP to him, and what wandudhi mkwe kiapo tafadhali.
Yo guys, so quick update on Shalkido. Tuko hospitali, tuko na baba Shalkido hapa. Yeah, so we are in KU Referral Hospital and things are not looking up because of a few factors. So number one, so when you came in, tukapeleka mpaka place yuko kwa ICU, and the nurses were good and we referred to one doctor there. She's called Dr. Zipora. She was not really good because when we went to ask her, we had our masks on and everything. So venye imefika nikauliza baba Shalkido update. Baba Shalkido akasema wameniambia basi yaipata vizuri. Nikasema sasa tuingie to follow up. So kuingia ku follow up akatuambia, so we gone to the doc, we've seen Shalkido, then we gone to the doc. Akatuambia, akaambia baba Shalkido, simeshakwambia. So then I tell her, maze, umemwambia lakini amesema ni kama baada hajaelewa, so let's explain tena. Kishingo panda akatuambia lazima tugoje ni rusadi na kuje, that is when we'll know nini. Pia anaongea na attitude. I'm like, so I was just thinking, I'm like, maybe she's having a bad day or whatever. They want to engage, whatever. Alafu nikamwambia, because of the situation that is happening, want to know is the neurosurgeon in the building? Akaniambia no, and we'll only know about that one maybe Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Thursday. So we leave, we go back to Shalkido. Ameshaamka, unaona na move kidogo. So I asked the nurses, I'm like, and what's the solution? Akasema ni sedation. Nikamwambia si naweza msedate tena nini? Akasema they'll work on it. Then so I asked them, has he been treated? Wakasema wanangoja information from the doctors. Na kwa doc ndio tumetoka na ametuongelesha hivyo. Nikamwambia haya, what of transfer, if someone wants to transfer someone, wakaniambia you have to get transfer document, nini approval. Nikamwambia from who? Akaniambia from the doc. So I went back to that room now alone. Kapata madaktari watatu wanaongea, wanne wanacheka, 2 ladies 2 gentlemen, no 3 ladies 1 gentleman wanacheka. Nikaingia, so probably either they were discussing about me or whatever, I don't know. I didn't concern myself with that one. So kaniona kanyamaza. So nikamwambia what about transfer? Kanambia you need to get a report. Nikamwambia where do I get the report? Kanambia no, kanambia first of all for transfer you have to get the hospital you're transferring him to, get a bed in that hospital. There's another doctor mwenye alikuwa hapo, yeye kidogo alikuwa amechangamka na explain tu vizuri, mwingine baada amefura hapo for whatever reason. Kanambia you get the hospital, you get an ambulance, after you get the hospital and at the bed, then you get a neurosurgeon, then anapata report, then anaona kama anaweza kuja kumbeba. So nikamuuliza, I'm going to talk fast because of time. So nikamuuliza, okay, if the neurosurgeon is to come and carry him to another hospital ama nini, how do we get the report? Then mwingine akanambia get it from those nurses. Nikamwambia those nurses have told me to get it from you.
One, I don't understand the rudeness of doctors all the goddamn time. What is it with doctors just being rude? What really makes you feel like you're important more than the sick people? What really makes you feel special? Because you're treating people who are sick, or because you think you can't get sick? Because you're all humans. I think watu wengine ujeka kwa position ingine ni kama mimi siwezi gonjeka. I think that's the position, especially doctors, and not all of them, because I've seen and met compassionate doctors, like people who really care for you. Shout out to the hospital that was literally taking care of my leg. Those are really, I had such an amazing nurse hapo. Like she's so sweet, like so kind, like the way she's talking to you, she cares. Unasikia uchungu ni kubebe nifanye nini, like kada kutoa socks. Like shout out to the doctors who do their work passionately without showing that you know, agitation of being agitated by a patient. Because I get, personally I've handled a patient, my mom, and there are times personally I used to get agitated, but I have to snap back niko like, unajua ni mamako, this is your mom, because vitu zitakuagitate nile, you wanna go play, but she has needs. Those are the teenage things zilikuwa zinanisumbua. You wanna go chill with your friends, she wants you to be there for her, you know, and I really had to be there for her. So shout out to the people who do that passionately without having that agitation. It is one of a kind, but I don't get the disrespect.
I feel like
utaenda hosi manaso amekaa tu anacheka. Exactly what he's saying.
It depends with the hospitals first.
Mama Lucy is bad.
Because the Mama Lucy is public, Joby, and it has been one of the baddest hospitals that has been reported. Unafatanga most of the time private
Mama Lucy utaibiwa hadi mtoto.
Na
watachange.
So it's like really, unaweza pata this was a public hospital. I usually ask my brother all the time, like, how are you guys just comfortable? Mtu anakuja, ameumia, almost, they're even like a pregnant woman. You have the audacity kuongeleshanga vibaya. Where does that come from? Like, you guys hamna moyo. Are you not scared of death? And then he says, this is what they've told me. Wameona death mara mingi. So for them, it's not like a shock. And then ask yourself, and then also ask yourself why doctors drink a lot. Like, let me tell you, doctors are the most biggest drunkards. They are messed up in the head. They are not okay. They are not okay. You are levy. They try to get away with drugs and stuff like that because of the things they see. And then also motivation, Joby. Unapata ma nurses, they keep on striking. My doctors, hawajalipwa 6 months. Anakuangalia ako tu like, sasa wewe atanisaidia. But if you go to a private, you see the difference with the hospital you were paying cash. So they have to attend for you. It's like
private. That was a private hospital.
So you see, private hospitals is different. Even ukienda kuzaa, they'll take care of you super well. But if you try and go to a public hospital, it's like they don't even care. But you ask yourself, what is the root cause? Also, they're really unethical. Like, they're really unethical. Mina feeling hata wengine hawakusomea hizo shit.
It's nepotism.
It's like, I'm like, we kwanza
huwezi kuwa hospitali kama ukusoma.
Nasema tu like aliba mtihani kamlesha kwa daro. What the hell do you mean? We used to have them in school. Unethical as F. Because lazima ufunzwe ethics.
Hawana ethics.
Unaenda tu hapo eti umeingia nursing school, umemaliza ujui hata what was happening over there, so you
na
find
venye
yourself
wanapeananga yeye alikuwa shule kupeana
literally. So it's sad.
by the way ukinyimwa na demo KMTC buda jishuku tena hawajuangi hata kusema no. Wewe uko hapo ati umenyimwa na wengine wako hapo wanaulizwa niende nikachukue kondiko kwa dispenser no. Cheki anakwambia nachukua CD na kama nazo hata ubai CD anajikujia na kinga yake yeye mwenyewe. But yeah, I feel like
I get the point to you, especially on the motivation side because of the striking and all that, and I get the trauma, but I think you're taught. Again, that's what you say. And there are those who are not taught. Maybe I'm assuming. Okay? We have quack doctors. Let's admit that.
They're also like fake doctors.
We have quack doctors.
Yeah. But listen,
quack doctors.
Listen, I feel like also ukiangalia service, it's how your serve is directly proportional to how well the staff is paid.
Exactly.
So if you're in a hospital where you find that the staff is really rude, okay, they're overworked and underpaid. So mtu amechoka amekuwa hapo for like 18, 20 hours. You know, like doctors can work for like 36 hours.
Yeah.
He's there na mwezi ikiisha pesa tu inakulwa na housing levy na NHIF na yeye mwenyewe hata hana SHA. Sawa. Nani daktari na hana SHA. Sawa, haizi jitibu kwa hospitali yenye yeye mwenyewe ana. Sawa.
It's crazy.
So unapata,
you know how crazy that is.
Yeah.
That doctors can't even afford their healthcare. The healthcare.
Yeah.
System.
Haizi jitibu na haizi hiyo hospitali anafanya kazi haizi lipa akigonjeka.
Crazy, man.
You get, and he's wondering.
You see now real doctors.
Yeah, do you know why? Because they're well paid.
Yeah.
Because mtu kila daktari hapo by the akujangi na matatu.
Na mpisha pia.
Sawa. Like almost all of them have cars. Almost all of them.
Even like hata mtu wa reception akona gari.
Utapata hadi wamejengewa manyumba zao za hospitali, like you're living for free.
Headquarters.
Sawa. Utapata hadi anapatiwa loan facilities, anaweza develop nyumbani, develop kabiashara pahali. You get what I mean? Like it's a joy working here. And then number two, they're not overworked. He won't be in that hospital for 20 hours. Yeye atakuja aingie tuseme saa 2 asubuhi, 6 ametoka. Kuna mwingine ameingia shift yake. You get, like they're not overworked. It's a comfortable working environment. Hakuna mtu mwenye ako overworked mwenye ni easy to get along with.
I get it.
Ni kama waiter.
I get it.
The waiters the same thing. Ukienda base upate waiters rude. Mtu amechokeshwa na anangoja 11k mwezi ikiisha.
No, mimi when I was doing hospitality, I refused to be on the sector of learning services. That's you being a waitress, because utapatana pia na customer wenye ni
rude.
Like I'm not ready for that. Mimi tutajibishana vibaya. But literally RIP to Salkido. Is this super crazy? I understand that system, but still mnafunzangwa hizi vitu zita happen, what to expect and all that, especially on the visibility.
Trust me, I feel like working young at first, they don't know, they just feel like it's a flex. Most people, it's one of the biggest careers, right? Good careers, like literally being a doctor. So what they're expecting, and I'm gonna be this cool, get my millions, because some are really paid good money, like $1 million in a Gakan, like doctor's bag. That bag,
Indians.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
But even they're even MP Shah is so good.
Kuradiwa just sisi tu, lakini msee venye especially when you specialize. Wewe ni wa mgongo.
Kwanza uko ni
neurosurgeon. Sijui cardiovascular specialist.
Hawa mademu wanaitwa aje?
Gynecologist. Sawa, hapo sasa. By the way, consultation solo 3,500.
Mimi physiotherapist.
Ile tumekuja tukaonana nipatie 35 so.
Mimi sando the quack doctor. Mimi am a physiotherapist. Nimejiponyesha mguu. So
because also others have like umeona hizi clinic.
Especially dentists.
They are run by like how does that, because for you to actually own like a small hospital, like a clinic, lazima ukuwe like a doctor or a clinician. A nurse can't own. Unapata nurse ana own clinic. Uko like, how did that happen? There was one in Tao mwenye alikuwa anatoa mamimba sana, mwenye alikuwa kwa TV. One that killed people. Now wasichana alikuwa anaenda in Tao, like his hospital was in CBD. And alikuwa on magazines, he's been running, and he's quack, like never went to hospital, never went to a medical school, and has run this business for more than 20 years.
Akomboka. Yeye alienda akasoma vitu kwa
women wanatoka huko after like 3 weeks, 1 month, complications, some die.
Damn.
And he was actually caught.
But they actually naulize kitu. If it was up to you, would you legalize abortion in this country?
Yes and no.
Why? Because see ati unalazimishwa, sawa?
No.
It's your choice. It's just that now you have a safer choice, sawa? If you wanna have a procedure.
Yes and no. Ask me why.
Why?
Why? Because personally, I think I'm more traumatized by someone who gives birth to a baby then kills the baby than someone who didn't allow this baby to come and suffer like that. I don't know if it makes sense. Jana, there's two couples. There's two couples, a man and a woman. I think at their 20s, in the States, sijui ni wapi, they killed a 7-year-old baby, a boy.
Oh, they killed,
Like,
that's
and
a
not killed. Walisema it's sijui a little level what of killing. Like it was like very diabolic.
Like walimtorture.
Like I don't know if I can find the whole thing, but it is. I mean, mpaka nikajiuliza because I've seen those kind of stories a couple of times, especially from the States. Kuna ule mwenye alishikwa, sijui kama unakumbuka, that went also viral. Alikuwa amekaa watu, the niece na mtoto wake aliwaua na akaweka kwa boot. So alikuwa anawapeleka wameoza kwa boot, alikuwa anawapeleka sijui kwa watu kwa wapi. The cops caught her. Ile wanaenda kuangalia surveillance tu kwa barabara, wakamsimamisha wakapata watoto wameozea kwa boot.
Like you remember the one in Kitengela when alikuwa na mnyonga?
Amewafunga kwa suitcase.
You remember the one in Kitengela? Ule dem alikuwa ananyonga mtoto and then people are watching from the window. Na alikuwa amezaa like
mimi nakumbuka mwenye alidunga mtoto.
Yeah, huyu mwingine alikuwa anamnyonga and then watu wanabisha like don't, wakapata mtoto ashakufa by the time wananini kila kitu. Wanavunja
So
kila kitu.
that's why I'd agree to, instead of doing that, don't, cause I believe that should actually be more consequential than someone who is aborting, sick or mbaya. They're both bad, but instead of you giving birth, then come kill a child, your own child, like mwenye ushaza. Nah.
So that.
Secondly, it's financial status. I support that a lot. I'm
Come out already financially.
I'm pro. Don't bring a child if you can't take care of yourself. Don't, cause you're already suffering. You know, going with the Bible says what? Oh, nah, I'm not ready, and I stand with that. And like I think we're talking about this too. It's okay to have a conversation with your partner, because maybe if it's a trap, also if he was ready and you're not, maybe you're ready, he's not, vice versa. Have a talk. Mwambie hivi ndo kuko. Mkubaliane ama mkatae. At the end of the day, a decision has to be made. Because if not, one of you is gonna be feeling the burden. And majority of the times it's always the woman. And if not, the dad too. Because pocket wise, yenda nafaa kuprovidea mtu huyu. Maybe hata anamboka ni mtu anaishi kwao. Wewe, maybe an orphan, So don't bring a child if you can't take care of yourself.
Me, I'm an advocate of planning. Like literally plan your family.
There's oops moment.
I mean, Joby, that's why I always say there's no oops for me.
What if she was ready?
There's oops moment.
Yeah, that's why.
Exactly.
Like,
there's oops moment.
That's why I say, guys, and maybe I'm wrong, but that's why I say that. First, if you're having like unprotected sex, you're fertile. There's gonna be a baby. There's the 3-day option, And that's why I say a woman has the last hand. For me, I feel like a woman has the last say when it comes to pregnancy. Because she can opt to go take the morning pill or not. You know very well after 3 hours.
Yeah.
Hata kama mwanaume alikuwa
3
have
days.
sex na wewe na uko nataka utaki mtu you are not ready, you have a say when it's still safe. You wake up in the morning, you buy a pill ni so. Pill ni 200, pill ni 3. I mean, and they all work. Una get?
Well, some bounce.
Okay, but at the end of the day,
kuna mwenye alizaliwa kama ameshika ile
Exactly.
tea.
Alikuwa ameshikilia
ile
coil.
ameshikilia kwa
Ile
mkono
coil
ya
coil ya
kwa na
kuzuia
daktari.
hiyo the coils here,
Asidekangwa
kuna
kwa
coil inakangwa huku chini.
naliza. So those
So
things,
mtoto alizaliwa kama
She
ameishika
got
hiyo coil.
pregnant. The question is, how did she get pregnant yet she had a contraceptive? And why didn't she go remove the contraceptive when she knew she was pregnant? But mtoto alizaa kama alizaa mtoto ameshikilia coil. Yeah.
so at the end of the day,
So there's some that fail.
okay, but you have me, I always say there's always a say for me when it comes to like
Aulizalishe meme.
pregnancy for a woman. For a woman, I feel like if you're not ready, hata kama tuseme mwanaume ataka kutrap, only have sex raw.
Wanaume wanaweza trap
Yes,
wanawake.
yes,
the
some
men
men
will-
trap anaona huyu usikiaki kwanza wengine nasema wewe utakupea mimba.
Wewe
nitakuweka kwangu.
serious.
Wewe nitakuweka kwangu acheze na
That
hivi.
nearly
2
happened
months.
to me, bro.
Ana mimba alafu anajifanya na alikuwa anajua Kenya na ndugu.
Ana pesa,
Hizo
ana
stories za
shit,
wewe
na
nitakuweka
anataka
wewe nitakuweka mimba.
ati tu kwa baby mama wake.
ati wewe nizalie.
We.
Wewe utani. You know, and I'm like, what the hell do you mean? You know?
She's shocked.
At
What?
the end of the
Ni
day.
kama hii ni kama paja kwenda kucheza na nyoka.
Yeah, they trap, men trap. And then I've also had this conversation because kwa nauliza why some do that, right? Mtu anasema eti probably ameona like a woman mwenye amekuwa kitaka. Like
Yeah,
then
that
they,
type.
that like it might be like everything they want. Maybe she has a job, she's a man, everything like this man has
So
always
the
wanted.
quicker
Like
I get her
huyu
pregnant,
nikijaribu kuacha
the
huyu
quicker she's mine.
huyu anaenda.
Wow.
So unapata kidogo amecheza na wewe. Msichana enda umeze pill asubuhi.
Tafadhali.
I'm always for that. And that's why I always say another thing, family planning. I think it was a way that was brought in for people not to go, even to reduce abortion. Unaelewa? Because however much some work, I've seen people who have them and they work really well. So when you're on family planning, you know very well you're not gonna get if you wanna have a baby like that. And then rape cases also come, like you are telling me about rape case. When you're raped, you go to the hospital. Instances when your abortion inaweza kubaliwa like legal in Kenya, rape is legal, and ugonjwa. Like if your womb can't hold a baby, it's legal. There's called like safe measures abortion that is allowed by the law. So you can actually abort. Yeah, so if when I do atomic babies, what babies? Ectopic, yes. Because ectopic won't survive. So early enough unakubaliwa kutoa mtoto, and you're doing for like a professional surgery with doctors. So yeah, there are instances, and I feel like there's always a way.
So you're like the first eviction. Huyo hata kupatiwa hata lisi ya miezi kadhaa, alitolewa mwezi ya kwanza. Wewe hujalipa rent.
Sasa unajua
huko hata tutaki watu wa kukaa sana.
Ina depend na also if your home can't, because there are people who's really
and
bad.
you know like
really bad. Like so bad.
Yeah, so I think for me, even though one agree to it.
The reason I ask is, in my opinion, kuna watu tu wako fit kwa wazazi.
Oh, it's true.
You know, like there are certain people who aren't fit to be parents, and if
and they don't know.
Yeah.
Sadly, they don't know.
Most don't know.
It's always like a woman who gave birth because.
Have you ever met a
like
bitter woman?
Exactly. There's a woman who gave birth who didn't have a plan at all, but has the mentality, like I said,
Biblia inasema mwanamke azae.
Exactly. Mtoto atakuja na sahani yake, Bible inasema. So akujifikiria yeye mwenyewe first, leave alone even the baby
Na
daddy.
survive hadi 9 months na hiyo mimba.
And probably the baby daddy aliruka hii mimba from the beginning. Utapata that's this type, okay? And they become now bitter. But because they have no option but just giving birth to this child, they're always bitter at this child. Like kumpiga,
Unanikumbusha babako.
Like they don't care about the child. Ama wanatanda club or machi
Si basi
jirani.
me I'm like, okay, mpeleke orphanage. Mimi nimegrow kwa orphanage. I was in an orphanage school. Like I don't know if you guys get it.
Yeah. Like,
Yo!
like, huh?
Yeah, so in that school, if you're an orphan, like you can be half or full. So I was in an orphanage school because I lost my parents at a younger age. So I was in an orphanage school, but it was like a private school. And then there is orphans who live with them. Like kuna
Ulienda boarding school mapema.
Nilienda boarding school orphanage.
Ukiwa class
3.
What?
So kulikuwa na orphanage. Kulikuwa na the other side. Kuna watoto wadogo wanalia like really tiny babies, and people would come to school unaona like 2 people or 1 wanakuja, they take wanachukua watoto like after it's been approved and all that. And they used to be taken care of like well hadi tunamaliza shule yangu naenda university, wengine waligrow hata mbele yetu. Niko like it's so good kama hakuchukuliwa na hakuget a parent, they just come back there, that's their home. So there's always that option, unaweza peleka orphanage instead of kumka. Because also when I used to go to school, a lot of times kwa dustbins ulikuwa unapata asubuhi tukienda shule, kwa sababu tunaenda asubuhi 5:30, unapata ka crowd ya watu 5 kule, unapata mtu mdogo amefungwa tena, ilikuwa mara mingi ameacha kwa dustbin because kwa netwaje like the big one where people go to throw the couch.
Newborn.
Amefungwa tu hivyo, unapata di mwingine baada kona hata
okay, yeah, I have seen my siblings.
Like day one.
No.
Yo, that takes guts. Kuchukua mtoto wa tena hivyo.
Aliwacha so many nalitoka tu hivyo.
Kwenda uache kwa dustbin.
Wengine
like wow, siezi like they are helpless and they are like
unapata mwingine baridi mpiga, mapolisi wamemkujia asubuhi ashakufa. So wamemkujia baridi limpiga, and it was a lot. Kwanza hiyo place ilikuwa notorious, they used to come throw kids there. So ukiona story hizo uko like okay,
yeah,
why
so
did you get to that
exactly.
point? And also thinking about it,
like,
clinic is not cheap. Uliza aje pia yani usave hizo pesa zote 9 months ujisurvivisha hata kama mwanaume alikutoka alafu uende umue like
no like something that should also be discussed is postpartum depression. Like it's real. So sometimes some of these women don't even understand what they're doing per se. Unaelewa? Like she'll be going through postpartum depression like really bad, and they end up doing like unapatanga amekaa tu mtoto analia yeye hata ajali because she's deep lost in everything, and counseling is required. Like usaidizi, and we should normalize actually kusaidia new moms and especially when you first time moms, like they need a lot of help, and that's why ulikuwa unaona like in African culture ukizaa
sister zako
ama mama yako anakuja sababu kama ulizaa kawaida ama CS, you still need help. You're weak in the first days. Unapona nini, and na mtoto ni kazi, especially those first few weeks. Hautalala sawa, cause utapata sleeping pattern yao ni ile yenye walikuwa nayo kwa tumbo na si yenye uko nayo. Sawa, so wako awake usiku na mchana wanalala, wakiamka wakipoop, ukitoa lazima ufue nguo, lazima ufanye nini, lazima ukule, lazima usiku ndio hiyo sasa ako on mbaya. Sawa, full energy, asubuhi imefika kwake, wewe uko hapo hivyo una stay up hadi like unaona 5
because at the moment I think 1, 2, 3 of my siblings yeah, like growing pattern. Toka hizo usiku sleepless nights, analia tu juu ni mbaya,
colic. Most times anamuona tumbo.
You know, shout out to the mothers. How do they always know that me I still want it? Mtoto sahi ni mgonjwa. Because kids, mostly boys have that boys they get like kids mpaka fike 5. They're like just sick. 2 days anaweza kuwa sawa. The next day tumbo.
It depends.
For real?
It depends with number one, diet ya mama.
Because also the immunity is still not strong.
Yeah, and that's why tunasema diet ya mama and how often ananyonya and lifestyle. So first of all, as a young mom, you don't need to indulge like men really. Like you need quality, not quantity. If you understand what I mean. So immunity iko chini. Yes and no.
For the kid, I'm not talking about the man.
Yes.
Because
they're directly they're directly correlated. So diet ya mama ita determine quality of milk mtoto anapata. And that is what determines how healthy the child is. And number 2, mtoto hafai kulala like kwa adio jamwekea neti ati. You get, because your time hizo maumbu zita mess up mbaya. Alafu usianze kupatia mtoto chakula mapema as well. But vitu kama colic, especially among boys, is very prevalent. Hiyo ndio kitu inasumbuanga.
Because my sister told me like nilikuwa shanga like one time she's been like
no, but kids get sick.
Yeah, like they get sick like she's been there, she never Venyaliza akwaitoka, like she never traveled for 2 years. She never did anything like 3 years. And then just one time, one night, she comes to Nairobi na Kachamtoi, and the kid was already grown and okay. That night the kid is sick. So I was like, Kwani, what really happened? And he told me mtoto bado immunity yake bado inadjust, you know.
Yeah,
and at this younger age, they anything kidogo. They get sick. Atafanya nini?
Sasa upali, sasa watoto waanza kugonjeka vizuri. Wakianza shule. Na inaitangwa homa. Hadi as parents we have a name for it. Homa ya shule. Aishangi tam yote. So like it's basically anaponanga siku 3 4 inarudi tena. Inarudi tena. And it's crazy. But that's also a very good thing because it really helps in building the immunity. Mtoto akiwa really young. So but also avoid kupatia mtoto madawa mingi. Like if you can avoid for like apart from clinic. Sawa, mtoto asiingie hospitali akiwa mgonjwa for like 10 months, you'll be okay. Sababu hiyo inamaanisha you're really careful. That means osha mikono zako. That means tumia wipes. And then like with modern technology unapata like kuna diapers, kuna wipes, seed nappies and whatever. Unajua kitambo like nappy bado inaweza pata haijakauka vizuri.
Na bado na hizo nappies watu wako na kwa
bwana si tulisurvive. Ama nyinyi ni wa diapers? Nyinyi mlipata diapers?
Because nachoma wa watu.
Mimi wa napi mbaya bana. Nilikuwa na maisha ilikuwa ngumu bwana. Na tulisurvive.
Mkiwa pampasi wagonjwa.
Mkiwa pampasi ilikuwa mkienda ushago ama like church.
Sisi hiyo time hata I think back then hata kukua na diapers kwa market when I was a child.
But they were expensive.
No, that is 90 something.
Okay.
Very early 90s.
But anyway,
like
conversation. Literally we've been everywhere, so we have other pending conversation. We shall be catching up with them on Thursday, and of course ensure you tune in. This has been the reaction time. Hope you've learned something. Hope you stay educated with those information we have shared right here. See you of course later. In a few, Kamla should be coming back. That is in 2 hours time or an hour's time. Actually 2 hours, an hour time with the sports roundup, and ensure you check in and see what's popping. Who is losing? Manchester is losing.
No.
You know? But anyway, we saw the Africa Today show, so ensure you also tune in and catch up with today's conversation. What are your closing remarks?
Much love, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Same time, same place on Thursday. Have an amazing one.
Yeah, you all know the #1 radio station for the best conversations and the best music. That was Fire Network.